Hi book dragons! I am here to start my first reading vlog for September. So we have a lot going on in September, and I don't really think I realized how much stuff I was doing until I started to line it all up. So September is normally a pretty chaotic month for me, and I normally can struggle with reading, so I decided to do all of the things. So I'm more motivated to read and less focused on stressing, because if I'm reading and I have things to like keep myself motivated, I will read more. It's just a habit. So I am participating in 3 things with 3 different prompts at every single time I'm reading. So I'm doing Aurelium, which is magical readathon. I am a dream walker and I have to do my prompts to do that. I'm also doing Rebellion, which is by Mel from Mel and Nora Reads. I will be sure to link all these people if I can remember. And then I'm doing Mystic Readathon with Nell. So normally I'm going to be reading 2 things at once. I'm going to have an audiobook going and I'm going to have a physical book going. In an ideal world, all of these prompts will be like I could do the books all together, but I don't know. So basically I'm going to start with the game board, which is I keep on calling it Battleathon. That's not what, but Rebellion, because it is the easiest for me to like find stuff for. I do have a TBR. There are prompts that are like given to everyone off the bat, but this is the little board. I'm going to attach it in this video so you guys could see it, because if I have to move my camera, it's going to get a bit messy. So that is the first thing we're going to do, and then we are going to pick everything else going forward. Ooh, okay. So we have a 4, which I think that means we are going to have a objective. Okay. 1, 2, oh, okay. So that means we are going to do an objective 1. Okay. So objective 1, let me make sure this is right. So this is one of the mandatory objectives of the whole game. So let me go get my cards and then we'll chat about that. So this one is, it's going to take the very best to get to the Silent Spectre out alive and to stay yourself. Gather a team that you trust, help you accomplish this mission, and make sure you choose wisely. Read a book that has 2 points of view, or 2 points of view or more. Okay, that's actually not that bad. So we need to read a book that has 2 points of view or more. Okay, I could do that. What did I think that this was the one that I did that for, because it had like 6 point of view. Glorious Rivals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Yeah, this is the one I put on my TBR to read because it had like a bunch of different point of views and it was going to be quick. Okay, but there are a lot of other options as well. Okay, so now the problem is I have to look at my Mystic Readathon prompt. So I need to read a Mystic Readathon book that's either a road trip or has a missing person, or it takes place somewhere. Like it takes place in like the woods or something. Which none of these do. 2 point of views I should be able to work with. And then my last one that like for the, so basically I have 2 books I have to choose. Okay. So, and then the last one is Sun on the Cover, Fall Setting. Fall Setting, I think I'm going to keep the book that I had. Setting. Okay, so I need to find a book that has 2 point of views and a character has gone missing. Okay, so that is not that bad. You know what? Let me read this book. Read this. I don't remember if this one, someone went missing. I don't remember. I'm going to say this one doesn't have someone go missing, but it could. I would need to look up like a summary. Okay, let me take a second. Let me try to find, I think I know my fall book. I think I know the audiobook I'm going to focus on because it is a fallish. Yeah, all right, let me go think about this because I have 3 prompts that I can go for. All right, I'll be back when I have an update for you all. Okay, so I think I found a book that's perfect. Well, 2 books that are perfect. So I think for So I need to read a book so the 3 prompts I need to fulfill right now. For Rebellionathon, I need to read a book that has exactly 2 or more point of views. And I also need to read a book that for Mystic has a kidnapping or someone has gone missing. And then for Magical Readathon, I need to read a book with fall vibes. So for fall vibes, it's going to be my physical book. It's going to be Death in the Cards by Mia P. Masala. I have read books by this author before, but I have read her adult books. This is a YA book. It's also super short, so I think I get through this pretty quickly. And then my audiobook I'm going to read is Made, the new Lynn Painter book, Made for You. And it's like, there's 2 point of views in that. So I'm going to attach a photo of that here. Hey Dragons, I am back. It is about almost 7 o'clock and I'm going to try to make it a goal to update every single day that I come home from work, except Fridays. Fridays is my filming day. But I did wind up getting up to the 50% mark about In Death in the Cards. And I am really, really liking this book. It's a very, very fun read. Very, very quick. It's paranormal light, I would say. She's a tarot card reader, so there are some tarot reads. But she's definitely solving a murder mystery. This, I'm going to say it's potentially sapphic. There are vibes I'm getting from 2 of the main characters because she's kind of working with the person that got missing, her sister, to kind of solve the crime. There is some multimedia elements. You get like her casebook and you get some other things. And I'm just having a fun time with it. Like, I like it. I think it's a quick, digestible read. So this one I'm like 50% into. And then I think, my phone's not here, but I think for Made for Each Other, I think I'm like 50% into that book. And I'm really, really liking that book. It's very, very fun. It's very, very cute. I will have attached a photo here. It really is reminding me of when I read like Catherine Center. Like, they're just fun characters. You get both characters' point of view, and I'm just having a fun time with it. Like, it's giving you like vibes of like upper crust society, but told from like not that point of view. I am having a fun time with that one as well. So the plan for tomorrow is to make more progress on this. I'm gonna see, it's like still pretty early, but tonight I'm probably gonna like stop. I'm gonna probably like go to, like, I did it yesterday. I like stopped reading at like, or I stopped watching TV at like 8:30, and that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna put on like an old YouTube video and just kind of read on my Kindle. That's my non-blue light Kindle, so it will be easier for me to fall asleep. I really want to get into a better habit in the evenings. That's what I think I struggled with a lot last year, is my brain just could not stop going and I just had a really hard time falling asleep. So yeah, that is what I'm doing. But I will update you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we have 2 teacher work days, and then Thursday is the first day of school. So I think tomorrow I should get a lot of answers. I have a couple of like lingering questions that I'm curious about. I also did watch Tori from Tori Between the Pages. Her TBR game, which I love because I think I'm going to do that. I like her TBR game a lot, and it is so much easier for me to steal someone's game than do my own. And so I think I'm going to do that next month. We'll see. Next month's going to be a bit of a busy month because we have a lot of readathons and such. But my goal by tomorrow is to finish both of these books. So I think I could probably finish my audiobook. If they leave me alone and let me work. If they don't, I probably won't. But I am liking this one, so I'm going to go read this one for a little bit more. I am reading an ebook that I'm probably going to toss into a vlog eventually, but it's, I'll attach the photo here. It's an ebook that I got, but I'm reading it on my Kindle. I'll attach a photo of that here. Hey Big Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a couple of little updates. I did wind up getting some packages in the mail. I did get my Book Boss design shirt, so I got my witchy shirt that I got, which I will try to go back. You'll definitely see these in some of my vlogs upcoming. But this is just Welcome to the Witch's Booth, and it just has like a cool design on the back, and I just like that one. I don't read a ton of black, but I do like witchy shirts. And then I also got this one just because I thought the little ghosty and the cat was cute. So this one is just, it says like nothing on it, but it's just like a window. So yeah, I got that. I also did shopping with my mom, and I like starting the infamous process of thinking about school. It does start tomorrow, but we have 2 teacher work days. So I got up to page 25% to like 87 pages into Death in the Cards, and I am really, really liking this book. It's a very, very quick read, very, very murder mystery adjacent, but basically you follow a main character that really wants to work at her mother's private detective firm, and her dad's like a mystery writer, And there's a case connected to her high school that she's going to kind of help her mom with. And she's also a tarot card reader, so that's kind of her side job. It kind of reminds me of when I read Jennifer Lynn Barnes, like The Ruling Class, like that series. Like, it just gives me vibes. Like, she was kind of working with her aunt, but she also was helping other people. And there's a girl that gone missing in her high school, and she's kind of helping out with that. And I am really, it's very, 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 very quick read. Like, very, very digestible. You'll probably see me update this when I get to 50%. That's kind of the goal. Right now, it's like 12:30. At 12:13, I'm going to go for a bike ride. My last official bike ride of summer, which is very, very sad. And then I'm also listening Made For You by Lynn Painter. I didn't wind up restarting this, so I'm like 40% in. I started at like 10%. But I'm going to touch a photo here. This wasn't another vlog I was talking about, but I think I'm just going to like put it in this vlog because it's going to be for all these readathons. I'm really having a fun time with this. I think if you are a Made in Manhattan fan, you will like this story. But basically, you have a main character who is a maid, and something happens in her apartment, so she winds up spending the night at this guy's apartment that she's cleaning, and then the parents come and they think that they're dating, and then they basically have to like proposition each other. They basically have to do something that helps both out. She needs a place to stay while her place is getting fumigated. He needs a fake girlfriend. And hilarity drama ensues. I'm really, really liking it. I'm 40% in. I'm going to go listen to it, and I would love if I could finish it today. But yeah, that is the plan. I'm also watching Murders in the Building season 4. We have a lot of like side characters that is just really, really fun, and I'm really happy that I picked this book up. So I'm going to go for a bike ride. Hopefully it doesn't rain, and I'll come back when I am 50% into this book. So like probably around like 150, I would say, is probably when you will hear from me again. So like, yeah, 25%, I'll give you guys another update. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Bye. Falling Like Leaves, I think is the name of it, but it's like a contemporary romance about a main character that kind of has to move out of New York and go to this small town, and she winds up connecting with someone she made out with a couple of years ago, and it's a fun book. It's very, very cute. I'll probably finish that like eventually, but it's just going to be my nighttime book. Everyone and their mother can like read before bed, and I really, really struggle with that. So that's the plan. We're gonna do an update on that every night if I'm successful. So yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh my god, I can't believe the summer's over already. Oh my god, it was such a great summer. If you want to see my wrap up on summer, you can go on my TikTok or my Instagram. I did a reel where I kind of did all my favorite photos. I had a very, very nice summer though, so I'm very happy to get back into it and sort of see what my kids did this summer, because I really do miss them occasionally. Shh, don't tell them I said that. But I will be back tomorrow for an update. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with some school updates. Bye. Hi, Book Dragons. I am back. You could definitely tell I'm tired. It was just waking up very, very early, but I did want to making progress. I finished Made For Each Other by Lynn Painter. I'm going to attach that photo here. That was my first book for a Rebellion-a-thon. I had to read it for Objective 1. So Objective 1 is done. It's in the book. So you don't actually have to log anything for that. I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. It very much follows the beats of like Made in Manhattan or Pretty Woman. Like, it very much follows those beats. I really liked it. I liked the side characters. It was fun. It was a quick read. It was very, very fun. Maybe like 4.5 stars. But yeah, I had a fun time with it. It was really, really enjoyable. And then I worked all day. I edited, and I didn't edit, but I like did some work for classes. I got my schedule. And then I wound up getting up to 250 in Death in the Cards by Mia P. Mansala. I wound up I'm really enjoying this book. I'm probably going to finish this book tonight or tomorrow, which is why I'm updating you now. So I can like roll twice and see like what my next prompt is going to be, because I feel like by tomorrow I will probably need 2 new books. But I really do like this one so far. It's at the conclusion. We're wrapping it up. But the story did not go the way that I expected with the romantic entanglement, so I'm curious to keep reading for this one. So I'm going to roll again and see what is the next thing that I need, and then what is the next audiobook that I'm going to focus on. So let's roll. Ooh, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a side quest. Okay, so we have to pick a side quest card. Okay. Which is not that bad. Okay, I'm gonna just organize these a little bit. And then I'm just going to look at what the other one is so I can kind of pick a book. So, okay. My side quest for right now is, sorry, you're going to see my head. It's slow going on this path to the mountain, and you know the climb is going to be even harder. You know there must have been a way for the guards used to get back and forth. Find their path and read a hyped book. So, that's exciting. Read a book that everyone is talking about or you've heard a lot of things about. Okay. And then let me go look at my like audio TBR because I have like different books in like order that I have to read. So read a hyped book. Alright, so I'm going to probably pick one for that. Like picked a hype book and then pick one for Magical Readathon. This is for Magical Readathon as well, but I'm going to need an audiobook. So let me go see what is my audiobook options that I have for that, and then we'll come back and we'll chat. So I think what I'm going to do is read a hyped book. Okay. So I think I am gonna read Realm of Thieves by Karina Halley, because this has been hyped like in my circles, like people that I have been listening to have been reading it. So a lot of people have been talking about it, and it has dragons in it, and I think it will be a perfect like palate cleanser because it's a pretty short read too. And then I think for my audiobook, I'm going to pick up For the Record by Emma Lord. So I will have attached a photo of that here. This is her second adult romance, and it has technology on the cover, which will work for Aurelium. So yeah, that is going to be my plan. So I'm going to hope to finish this by tonight, and I'm just going to go finish down and read it. And then my book for hyped book is going to be Realm of Thieves, and then my audiobook is going to be For the Record, which won't really count for this game per se, but I just think that would be good. So yeah, that is the plan. I'm going to read these two next. So hopefully by the time you see me tomorrow, I will have finished both of those. I'm really going to try to like go and sit down and read for the rest of the night. I know the next day that I'm off is going to be like a bit chaotic. It's just going to be a bit busy. So, and I know that because it's like the day before the first day. Actually, that day is probably like the least chaotic because like it's just like a lot of like busyness. But I did wind up getting some mail. I got my Buffy Funko in the mail, their new launch, so I'm really happy about that. I also got my new Hemlock and Silver from T. Kingfisher, which I have been getting all of these from Owl Crate, so I'm really happy that they're going with the theme and they're keep doing it. And then I also got my bookmarks from Leandra from TBR Zero for her game that she's doing in October. And I also got this for my students in my class. It was just a highlight book that I will add to my library work with the kids that I do in the library. So I'm going to do that as well. So yeah, that is where we are. I am going to try my hardest to finish Death in the Cards tonight, so I only have to bring one book with me. But I do have a headache, but that's just because I woke up so early and I didn't drink enough water. So that is the plan. But I'll be back tomorrow when I have an update for you. Tomorrow will be a lot of updates, hopefully. I also will hopefully have enough time to sit and read and listen to my book, so I hope to make some progress on For the Record. I also did start Amanda Knox's autobiography, but I just needed to listen to something for the last couple of minutes. Tomorrow will be For the Record. So I will be back when I have an update. If for some reason I finish this book tonight, I will come in and give you guys like an official update. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that is the plan. But yeah, so I'm going to go do my end of night stuff, like all the stuff that I do at the end of the night, make sure I did all my goals and stuff like that, did my planner and stuff like that, and I will update you guys tomorrow when I have an update. Bye. Hi, Book Dragons. I did promise consistent updates during the school year, so you're going to get a bit of a Hot Mess Express one today. I don't feel my best. I somehow got a sinus infection, which is that's normal. I get sinus infections a lot. But this one is just, oh my goodness, it's like very, very like annoying, and it's just like it has to run its course, but literally the first day of school is tomorrow. So I definitely woke up not feeling great. I had like a really, really scratchy throat, and that normally is not a symptom for me when I have a sinus infection. But as the day went on, it got a little bit more worse. And I know something's going on because I can't focus on my audiobook. I literally listened to an hour and like 2.5 hours of Off for the Record by Emma Lord 2 times and had to put it down and I had to restart it. So I'm going to restart that book for the 3rd time, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of school. They changed my schedule around, which is fine. It will all work out, but it's just like once I do the schedule, I think it will be clearer in my head. And that's not going to happen until next Wednesday. So once I go through the whole schedule, I will have like a better feeling on it. I'm just not a homeroom teacher anymore, which is fine. I'm doing other things, but those things don't start yet. So it's a bit of a hot mess express, but I feel I should be fine by Monday. That's the goal. But I did wind up finishing Death in the Cars by Mia P. Masala, and I gave this book 4 stars. It was a fun read. Definitely set up the potentiality for a sequel. Very, very found family focus. I liked the mystery. Couldn't really predict it either. So I gave this book 4 stars. I'm going to kind of talk a little bit less. And I think I'm just going to pick up A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping for my physical book, which I'm going to start today. I'm going to see how far I can read. I probably won't read that much, but this one has been on everyone's list, and I think it's a better book for a hype book. I do have the audio for this as well, and I really did like their first book, so I'm going to give this one a shot. I may not read tonight. I'm going to try to read like a little bit just so I can like be in my own head. I didn't sleep that well last night either. I didn't sleep that well the night before either, so like I'm just kind of like, again, scheduling swaps really, really mess with me a little bit, and that's probably why I'm just like a little bit off. But I'll be fine. I'm going to update you guys tomorrow. I didn't work out today. I told my trainer, so hopefully I can work out tomorrow. That was not the plan. But you know what? That's okay. But yeah, so my goal would be to read like 50 pages of this by the time I see you next. That is the goal. And yeah, so just know sometimes vlogging doesn't work, but I did make myself a goal that I would vlog more. So I will talk to you guys when I have an update, probably tomorrow on the first day of school, and we'll have a check-in. Bye, friends. Hey friends, I'm back. It is the first day of school. We survived the first day of school, which is very, very exciting. So in the morning, oh no, wait, was it in the morning or late last night? I don't remember. But I finished reading Death in the Cars. I don't know, did I update the vlog? I think I may have, but I was like so out of it last night. I finished this last night, I think. Honestly, I don't know when I finished this book. But I did finish it. I don't know if the clip is in here or not, but I did wind up finishing this. I wound up giving it 4 stars. I'm just including it to remind myself. And then I rolled. Oh yeah, I did roll. And my book for the board game is I have to read like a hyped book. So I originally was going to pick up A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I decided to pick that book up. I am really liking it, but the prompt came up for the Mystic Readathon where I need to read a book that's 100 pages longer. And everything I've been reading is like 336 pages. So because I'm going into a weekend, I have a little bit more time. This is a bit more fast paced. So I think I'm going to pick up Glorious Rivals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes because it is longer. And the other prompt, read a book with a long distance romance, I just don't have anything like in the cards. But I really do want to read this one. Like I really do want to go back to this. So I hope another prompt will work for it. I just think I should probably like read a book for the prompt, and then hopefully I have the weekend off. I also really didn't listen to anything today. I restarted. I'm really like trying to take my time and listen to it, but I got a little bit distracted once I started to teach for the day. So the plan for me is to focus on listening tomorrow. Friday is my busiest day. Normally I have like 1 period off the entire day, so I don't know how much listening I am going to accomplish tomorrow, but like the earlier part of the week I have a lot more periods off, which is so opposite of last year when like it just was swapped. So I still haven't gone through my whole schedule. I only had like 4 classes today, actually 2 that we like built. We like put the classes together because we're changing how we're doing our system in the school this year, so I'm just doing all that, and it's just a bit of a more complicated process. So I'm still listening to For the Record. I read about 45 minutes for like the 5th time. So that is the goal. My goal is to get up to page 100 in Glorious Rivals by tomorrow, and I might just stick this in my bag in case like something happens, but that is the plan. So I'm gonna go read this, try to get to 100 pages of this, and hopefully by the time I come back tomorrow I will have made some more progress. But yeah, the first week is always a bit rough, and I feel like I just know right now that the second half of the week I'm probably going to have less listening time than the first half of the week, but that's okay. So I'm going to go try to read 100 pages of this and just kind of think. I have a sinus infection. I don't know if I updated that yesterday, so my voice is a little bit shot, so I'm trying to talk a little bit less, but I did get to see my students, and that was really, really fun. So, all right, I will give you guys an update tomorrow night when I get home, and yeah, we'll check in. Bye, friends. Hey, the dragons. I am back. Yesterday was the second day of school, and I did wind up coming home from that day, wind up doing a little bit of lesson planning, just because it's really hard for me to lesson plan before I get into the building because so many things change. So I took last night and I built like 5 to 6 lessons, knowing that it may change, but I felt like I needed to do that for my mental sanity. So I did that. Yesterday was definitely the day where we built like 5 different classes. They ended up with some different results that I wasn't always expecting. That is always fine. I'm also like an hour and a half into For the Record by Emma Lord. I can give you guys a summary now because I literally listened to this part like 17 times. So this was the audiobook I was really, really struggling with when I was not feeling well at the start of the week. But this follows 2 characters, and they were in a very intense rivalry. Their bands were in a rivalry back in the day, and a lot of stuff has happened since then, and they're both trying to launch a solo career. And our female lead is basically on a version of like TikTok that's like anonymous, and she's been posting songs on there hoping that a record label will pick her up. And then the other guy is a dad, so he's he also wants to start a solo career, but he's very concerned about the impact on his son. He doesn't want to tour. They both have very, very strict limitations. So they're kind of forced to team up and like do a duet together and kind of be pitched together. And they're not happy about the whole situation. So that's where we are in that story. It's very, very fun. I really do like second chance romances, and I'm having a fun listening to it. I've just been doing other things like not listening to audiobooks because it's been a busy week of school. I also got up to page 44 in Glorious Rivals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I am really liking this book. I'm like 44 pages in. And this is a direct sequel, so I can't say too much. I will say that The Grandest Game has Avery and Jameson and Alexandra setting up a game for a new crew of contenders that are all loosely connected to the Hawthorne family. And you have a lot of point of view characters. So I'm excited to kind of read 100 pages and kind of re-acquaint myself in the world. I'm going to go do that right now. So that is the plan right now. I also have to go to a chiropractor appointment today, so I definitely will get some audiobook listening when I walk up there. I probably have to do paperwork because my computer doesn't want to do it. So that is the plan. But my goal is to get up to page 100 and then come back and give you guys an update, and hopefully give you guys an update of Off the Record as well. And then when I finish these 2 books, I'm probably going to wrap up this section of the vlog, and I'm probably going to wrap it up because we'll be over time. But yeah, I do definitely feel a lot better. Yesterday, I kind of needed that. I kind of needed to come home and just do some lessons because I know that my schedule's gonna be a bit weird for the next like week because we really haven't I really haven't taught anyone anything. I've just kind of like, we built some classes, we haven't built them all, so we're kind of waiting for that process. I still have a lot of unanswered questions, but that's always happens, especially because we have now we have a very, very fleshed out art department in my building, so stuff may change than what I was planning on doing. So that's cool. So yeah, probably gonna leave here like 9:30 or like 10 o'clock because my appointment's at 11, in case I have to do paperwork. So yeah, that is the plan. I'm gonna go read a little bit more of this, hopefully get up to page 100, and then I'll give you guys an update. Can't talk too much about the sequels, but I am happy that I picked this one up. So I will be back on updates when I have them. Bye, book friends. Book dragons, I am back. It is my first Saturday of the school year. So I did wind up going for a bike ride. I went to the chiropractor. I got my neck readjusted, which I really needed. Been having a lot of issues since July, but I just couldn't get an appointment before then. I also read 100 pages in Glorious Rivals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I am really, really liking this book. It is definitely like a sequel, so I can't say too much, and it's really like a second gen series. This series is when Avery is building the game and a couple of characters are in it, but all the characters are interconnected, and we're getting to the part, I love reading these stories because I can never predict the mystery. It's always like a very, very fast-paced adventure story. This book is very, very short. It has great chapters for commuting because I can always finish a chapter before I get off the train. But yeah, I'm getting back into the story because again, I read the last one like a year ago, so I am like liking it. We have a lot of different side characters. Grayson in this is like the brother involved in the game, and everyone else is kind of on the outside of the game, and I am liking him a bit. There's also a prequel coming out in November, so I wanted to read this relatively quickly. But yeah, I am really, really liking this. I'm also about 50% into For the Record by Emma Lord. I will attach a photo at some point if I haven't already. I am liking this book. I think it's a fun read. I think my time of picking it up, I think, was a little bit off because I was just, it wasn't a good time to pick up an audiobook. But I'm 50% in, and you have these former, this is definitely like second chance, love to hate dynamic romance, which is my favorite. I do like that trope. It also is music inspired. You have two characters that are kind of forced to work together, kind of relaunch their careers. There's also a hidden identity element kind of embedded in the story. There also is a lot of band drama for all the characters, which I really am liking, especially some friendship drama, and I'm just having a fun time with it. It's set in New York. You have our main character is also a single dad, which I really do like. I'm just having a fun time with it. Emma Lord always writes like interesting side dynamics, and I'm having a fun time with the story as well. I don't know if it's going to be 5 stars, but I am really, really liking it now that I'm like reading it consistently. And yeah, that is my plan. So I'm gonna go read another 100 pages of this, but I would love to like wrap this vlog up when I finish both of these books. This I am just reading for a Mystic Readathon prompt. And then For the Record, I am just reading for an Aurelian prompt. So I'm not actually doing anything on the board game. That is going to have to be another prompt because it was a highly anticipated book that I just had to put down. This is highly anticipated to me, but I don't think it's highly anticipated in general. So I'm not going to count this for that. I guess I could, but you know what? We're going to play the game the way it is. I also printed out all my stuff for TBR-a-thon, which is going to be in October. I'm really excited for that. And I'm watching Only Murders in the Building, and I think I have like 2 episodes left. So yeah, that is the plan. Yeah, so I'm going to go read a little bit more. Oh my god. Sorry, my iWatch went off. But I'm also going to try to get up to page 200. That is the goal, and I will talk to you guys when I have an update. Bye. Hey friends, I just want to wrap up this vlog, and I was actually pretty good at updating every day this week that I was at school. Which is pretty good, I will say. It was a pretty easy week. We didn't have a whole lot to do. I mean, we had a lot to do, but it was like easier for me to update. So we're going to keep going, but I want to wrap up this vlog. I did wind up getting up to page 200, Inglorious Rivals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I'm really liking this book. I can't say too much about the story because it is a sequel series in the Inheritance games, and if I reveal the plot of this, it will kind of ruin book 1 and the whole first series. But know that it is definitely different because you're following a different cast of characters that didn't really get the love and attention in series 1. Like, you're following a lot of different characters that are all kind of interconnectedly affected by the Hawthorne family, and then you also get, I think it's Grayson. Yeah, Grayson. You also get Grayson's point of view, I think. Am I right? Yeah. He is one of the brothers that is not less popular, but you get less information about him. My favorite brother is Xander, which I hope one day he gets a book because I really do like him quite a bit as a character. And it's just interesting dynamics in this story, and I'm having a really, really fun time with it. I really want to read another 100 pages today, but put that in my next vlog. So this is a book that is for the witch prompt. I have to read a book that was longer than my last one, so that is why this one got chosen. So yeah, then I wound up getting up to like 60% in Off the Record by Emma Lord. I will have attached a photo at some point. I am really, really liking this one as well. I don't think it's going to be a 5-star read, but I am having a fun time with it. It's very much like a rock star romance. Second chance. Emma Lord really writes second chance romance so well. I loved her book, The Breakup Pact. This one is just a fun listen. I will probably finish it tomorrow when I am putting together my Google Classroom, if I have enough time to work on that. But yeah, that is where we are right now, and I'm going to wrap up this vlog so you guys could see it. I hope you guys will like my first week of work and getting some books done. So in this vlog, I did finish 3 things. Well, no, I finished 2 things, and then I started another 2 things. Oh, 3 things technically. So I finished Death in the Cards, which is actually right here. So I finished this book. I finished Death in the Cards. I gave this book 4 stars. I finished Made for You by Lynn Painter, and I gave that book 4 stars. I had a really, really fun time with that, and that was like super enjoyable. And then I started A Witch's Guide to Innkeeping by Sandhu Mandana, and I put it down because it didn't work for a prompt. And then I read 200 pages of this, and I read 60% of Off the Record. So I actually had a pretty good reading week, just not everything that I was planning on reading, but that's okay. That's the kind of the danger of doing competitive readathons. Sometimes things get tossed around for you. So I will see you guys for my next vlog, which I'm going to go start next, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.